Hi babes, it's Grace and welcome back to Eternal Grace. I'm so glad that I get to talk to you again today. And we have 6 days until Christmas, which is insane. But it is episode 3 of our Vlogmas series. I accidentally skipped yesterday. So there will be 2 uploads today to make it up. But this video is going to be fun. I'm going to tell you guys a few of my Christmas wishlist items. I know it's a little late for Christmas wishlisting, but I like to keep a kind of running wish list in my notes app for things that I can thrift or hunt down on Depop as I'm curating a new style, because I'm losing the weight, I'm becoming my dream woman, and picturing her and like finding my signatures so that I'm like kind of opting out of trends and fast fashion. Obviously there can be some influence, but I'm finding things that I like that I can have as like forever items, if that makes sense. And so these are kind of contributing to that, as well as a few fun things that I just hoped for, and I thought it'd be fun to share them with you. Drop something that you're hoping to receive in the comments below, or something that you're hunting for right now for your closet, because I'm so curious what my girlies are interested in. Anyway, let's move on. Item number 1 is this fragrance. I'll insert a photo here. It is K. Ali's Lychee fragrance, because I received this one, which I really enjoy, by 7 Virtues, for my birthday. I'm on like this little fruity lychee kick. Normally I go more for like rose fragrances, but I've been on this like fruity interest lately. And so I requested this fragrance for my birthday. And I like it. It's called candied lychee, but I do not think that lychee is the main note in the fragrance. And honestly, it smells more like candy to me than it does lychee, which is unfortunate because I got it like 90% for the lychee. But this one by Girly, I think will really have that like juicy fruity note that I'm looking for, because I've tried other Girly fragrances before. Mainly they're like woodsy scents, the vanillas, the ouds, but I've never tried the fruity ones. I did get my mom the pistachio gelato fragrance and she loved it, and I received the Eden candy apple in like a little sampler size, and I liked that, and it was very fruity. So I'm hoping that this will scratch that itch. But yeah, I asked my grandma for that, and it comes with like a little travel size I could keep in my purse, so if I like it I could like reapply throughout the day. And KLE bottles are so beautiful too. But yeah, I don't really fragrance shop by brand. I like to shop by scent family, and then I find, like right now I'm on a lychee kick, so then I'll look for the brands that are offering a fragrance with those notes and then choose from there. And I was already partial to 7 Virtues because they have a clean brand. I like their whole aesthetic and their whole mission. But you know, sometimes clean beauty products can give a little too crunchy, and they lose the zest, the oomph in looking to be clean. So I appreciate that they're not greenwash, but at the same time it's a fragrance, so it has to be fragrant, you know. It kind of reminded me of gosh, who's it by? There's a candy fragrance that I'm thinking of. I don't think it's Versace. Who's it by? I'll put a picture here if I find it, but it just reminded me of this very like almost juvenile candy note instead of the lychee. So I'm kind of just hoping I got a bad bottle, but I'm not willing to repurchase it. So KLE, let's see what you have. Item number 2 are hair combs. Just a set or multiple sets of hair combs. I have been recently obsessed with the Chanel Spring Summer 1990, I think it's the 1998 show, I want to say. I'll insert some pictures around me, but in a lot of the looks, the models are styled with these adorable hair combs and barrettes, and they're using a lot of like silk floral ones. And I love this specific look with Naomi, where they're placed like here and here, and also Claudia. I'll insert some more. But I just think it looks so fab. It's like a flower crown, but done in like a really classy way. I like flower crowns, but it just reminds me more of like my bohemian sad girl Lana era. That's just my association with it. But I love the look. I love the like free Little House on a Prairie coquettishness of a flower hair accessory. And so I was looking for something similar. As you can see, I'm into a hair accessory right now, and I was watching that Chanel show while on the treadmill, and I was just like, that's it, that's what I'm looking for. So I asked my husband to find me some hair combs, and I think that he can make this work. It's just that like 1940s look of like pinning it on back on the sides and rocking the side part with the gentle waves. I just want to try it out. But the more I see my face start to chisel, the more I want my hair like pushed back from my face so that I can see my bone structure more as it continues to come along. And I think that's fun. I think that's a fun part of, you know, the early 20s and coming into yourself and coming into your body, is wanting to style yourself more. But yeah, I've been loving headbands, I've been loving barrettes, and now I'm getting into hair combs. So let me know what you guys think of them. Are they cute? Are they chic? Do you think I'll wear them once and be over it? Tell me what you feel. Third item is an even star necklace. Something you don't know about me yet, but you do now, is that I am a Lord of the Rings fan, and I love me some Arwen, okay? I love feminine muses that are heroic, but not in a masculine way, if that makes sense. I think there is such a soft power in Arwen's femininity and the way that she inspires Aragorn, the way that she takes up space, the way that she leads, her grace, her calm, the way that she speaks slowly. Everything is just so feminine and so true, I think, to the strong, independent woman without this harshness and slight masculinization that I think has become very trendy in our current times. And I think Arwen is just one of those really timeless muses that I look up to. And just like a really classic beauty as well, the natural gorgeous face, the fabulous costumes, the drama, and the hair. Absolutely love the hair. And yeah, she's like moonlight personified, and I love it. But anyway, the necklace obviously is not just Arwen encapsulated in a symbol, but it's also just a really gorgeous piece. And that's something else that I'm finding in my personal style that I'm interested right now, is the fairy core, an ethereal aesthetic, a elf aesthetic, something about the very natural earthy groundedness that meets the glamour, and then the natural gentle femininity, but like this almost overdone essence without overdone physicality is just really fascinating to me. And yeah, I think also just like an appreciation for the natural feminine frame that comes to play with elf and fairy looks, and a focus on the face, the facial structure, the features versus just the makeup, like what is within and what is natural versus what we're putting on. I think is really cool, but I also just like the daintiness and the lightness. And when I was a kid, I loved Tinkerbell, so I'm also like looking back at my sorry for the interruption, ladies. My husband got home from work, so I wanted to say hello. Yeah, the Even Star is so gorgeous, and what I really like about it is that the Swarovski gems are placed in a way that makes it almost look like a prism, and it's just really gorgeous in the way that it catches the light. I think it's just such a unique piece, and I love pendants. This one my husband got me a couple years ago for Christmas, and it's like Snow White inspired by Disney's Enchanted jewelry line, and I just love pendants. That is my jewelry of choice. I'll do like a simple stud earring and then wear a pendant, and that's all I really need. And my Apple Watch which really kills the whole vibe, but I gotta track those steps somehow. And the last thing I wanted to mention is a Kiss Lock frame bag, which is also quite vintage and retro inspired, but I just love the simple classic look of these bags. And something about the Kiss Lock I just find so cheeky but also functional. I don't know, it's just like cooler than a zipper and a really cool like vintage detail. And so in my hunting between Poshmark and Depop, I found this vintage brand called gosh, what is it called? JR something. I'm gonna put it right here. But basically this designer specializes in these frame bags and has a lot of Kiss Lock styles. Some of them are like a smaller, almost clutch handbag, but I would like one that could go over the shoulder, because I don't normally wear my bag over the shoulder, or even if it's a shorter strap that I could just wear like in the crook of my arm. But I don't really do clutches because I like to be hands-free as much as I can. But yeah, I feel like they're just so cute. I know the word chic is so overused right now, but chic. And Coach came out with this one a little while ago, and it is so pretty but so expensive. The huge one, the oversized one, is also so fun but super impractical for me. But to have a similar look and edge and that same like vintage retro feel, I'm just gonna literally get a vintage one. And I know exactly which one that I requested. I'll post another picture right here, but I sent my husband the link and I was like, I trust you with a lot of things, but this one, let's just go with the link, because there's so many variations, and my bags are just something I'm very specific about. I'm a bag girl, and I don't like collecting them without a use and knowing that I'm going to style them. And there's this other one, this one here, that is like in this gorgeous satin print. I love it, but I also cannot see myself styling it every day. As you can see, I like to wear pink, and I just don't think that I could style it as easily as a plain black one. So maybe down the line, a satin one would be cool. It has like a brocade look to it that I really like, very like 17th century French. That's what it makes me think of. But unless I'm quite literally wearing it to an art museum, I just don't see myself styling it as easily as the black one. So the black one is what I'm hoping he followed through with. But yeah, drop in the comments what you're hoping. Am I poking you in the eye? Drop in the comments what you're hoping to receive for Christmas this year. But my hope for all of you is just to feel the love and joy of the Lord, his peace, and to welcome the new year with love and excitement and expectance and abundance in your heart, and to just be thankful that our Savior was brought into this world for our good, so that we can have joyous free will and make silly videos about materialistic things that we want. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here. Thanks so much for chatting with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.